The Thunder of Silence. Chapter 4. Who Told You? According to the Way, it is felt the mystery of Genesis must be solved. Until this is done, there is the karmic outpouring of using one power over another, until the understanding reaches within. First record of creation in Genesis is a mystical observation of consciousness in all its purity and eternity. There is light before the sun and the moon. Crops sprout before they are sowed. Man roams in existence before woman. There is perfect peace and unity, and all is well. There's no conception of birth or death, only existence. Creation is the immaculate conception of God. And as the progression goes on, the female are in perfect balance and harmony. There's no thought, there's no idea of being naked in the sense of fleshly ideas. However, herein appears the sadness. The dualistic thought becomes apparent, and slowly Adam and Eve become more dense and beastly in quality, and observe that they are naked and open to the existence around them. With dualist mind comes dualistic thought. Patterns of dualism, manifestations from fear, are created. And from then on, it's a survival instead of what was perfection. God said to Adam, "Who told you that you were naked?" In other words, who told you that you are not one, not I am? Who told you, as it were, to be fleshly and not spiritual in nature? The truth is, we are all hiding from someone or something. We even are embarrassed of ourselves because we are naked to all existence. It's like Bob Marley's song, "You're Running Away." He sang, "You're running and running away, but you can't run away from yourself." And here is Genesis, our beginning. Was wonderful, and then we got lost in ourselves, and we lost the way deep in our lower valley within. We believed the echoes of fear and was too frightened to climb the mountain. We just did not feel good enough, and we felt dualistically we let ourselves down, and God could not possibly love us anymore. This is the charm of negativity that keeps us down. In Genesis, there's something called the fall. But like a baby, we need to fall and then get back up again. When you are down in the valley, it is time to rise to one's truth and one's purity. We cannot stay in the wilderness, in the dark, and worrying about what is round the corner. The understanding of Genesis is that yes, we have found ourselves in a fallen state, but also consciousness beckons and pulls us to rise to our original state. The Old Testament is full of narratives of men and women who are simply rising in consciousness. One has to look for the wisdom within these words, and whoever gave them to us wants us to know we have the ability to rise up the mountain and be in that I am aspect of our consciousness. There'll always be the Cain of our nature trying to keep us down, but also there will always be a Samson or a Moses. Interesting is the narrative of David coming back from battle, victorious, and he danced before the Ark of the Covenant naked. His wife was disgusted with him. This is David, or Saul, who was rising in the anointing of God. Being one with God, he was fully open and free, and therefore naked. His wife, or feminine aspect, or some dualistic spirit, fought within, was trying to pull him back down. But David was too far gone in the presence of God. He was naked, free, open, light, flowing in, I am. In George Orwell's 1984, the phrase 2 + 2 = 5 is a powerful example of doublethink, a concept where individuals hold two contradictory beliefs simultaneously and accept both as true. The party, in the novel, uses this slogan to demonstrate its control over reality and its ability to manipulate truth. Winston Smith, the protagonist, initially recognizes the mathematical falsehood of 2 + 2 = 5, but under torture he is forced to accept it as true, signifying the party's complete control over his thoughts and belief. This is how it is for us. We have lost truth and believe the lies. This is what dualism does to us. However, truth, no matter what the lies tell us, is truth and will always be truth and can never be changed. In the book of Malachi, God states, I change not. Christ said, I am the truth. Nothing or no one could change this aspect of Christ. Why? Because he was one with Father. He was Father. He was God. God is Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. Christ is your end to the lies of dualistic thought and the beginning of getting you back to the truth of who you really are. You can never be one with God, but what we have done is got a needle and thread, and we have got the torn curtain of the entrance to the Holy of Holies and repaired it, made it nice, and we hung it again, and we've put a barrier between us and God that is so easily moved. We have to accept Jesus ripped that curtain from top to bottom, and the entry to pure consciousness is open to all. Dualism has to go, and we need to take no thought. Thinking makes nothing true. We lose the thought. We rest in God's presence, and only in this aspect of consciousness are we in the realm of true being. We are outside of thought, and so we are in I am presence, where is. The very moment we see in Genesis that it shows us the mind taking over, we can then begin and eventually rise above these mind thoughts. And by being in complete surrender, God will be our voice. He will talk. We will listen. There's nothing good nor bad, but dualistic, antagonistic thoughts make it so. To get back to Eden and that harmonious paradise is to drop thought. As long as we think there are two powers, there are good and bad aspects, then we sadly will live like Adam and Eve and walk the path of wilderness, being lost. We are lost and therefore limited. We are like the prodigal son, eating pig food and believing we are so bad that God gave us up. We have to come back to the understanding in consciousness that we are pure children of truth and not the lie. We need to be naked again and drop the flesh. We need to die to dualism and echoes of self-destruction. All we have to do is drop the dualism, drop the ideas of good and evil. We know deep inside that dualism is the problem, but we are in existence of this dualism. The key is we know it, and therefore we have the key to freedom. We can smile because we know for now we are merely players in a drama, reading a script given from our karmic consciousness. We do not have to accept the appearances at appearance value anymore. There can only be God. There can only be is. There is only I am. Good and evil will pull you into a dark wilderness. So refuse to accept the existence of two powers. The idea that they want you to accept 2 + 2 = 5. You know in truth it equals 4. You know the truth. Christ said, "The truth will set you free." We've been down in the valley much too long. Rise and shine, sleepers. Rise and shine. Thank you.